I'm so excited and I just can't hide it. Why? Well, two more of these gorgeous books from Dark Side Publications have just arrived in the post. Hi guys, welcome to another video. Hope you're all keeping well. Now, as I said in the intro, I've just got two more of these utterly gorgeous books produced by the Dark Side magazine. And the first book is Hammer, The Haunted House of Horror, edited by Dennis Michael. And the second book is Television Horrors, edited by Alan Bryce, who is also editor of the Dark Side magazine and does a fabulous job. I should say, yeah. Okay, guys. Well, if you're familiar with my videos, you'll know I've already started collecting the first two of these books. So the one I got at Christmas was Amicus: The Friendly Face of Fear, and then last week I bought Italian Horrors. Both great books. And as I say, what can I say about these two new ones, guys? Yeah, I'm absolutely over the moon with these. Yeah, really am. Yeah. Now, I'm a huge fan of Hammer films and that, and television horror. So when I seen these books advertised, I thought I've just got to get them and that, yeah. So first of all, I'd just like to show you the Hammer book. Yeah, isn't that a great illustration, guys, of the great Peter Cushing and the great Christopher Lee? Yeah, absolute icons of Hammer. Yeah. Okay, so I'll just read you a bit of the back. I won't read it all. I'll just read you a bit of the blurb at the back, just to give you an idea of the contents. Yeah. So discover the true story behind Britain's most famous horror studio. Hammer and horror, they go together like a horse and carriage, as Frank Sinatra once said. The legendary British studio ruled the genre from the 1950s through to the 1970s with its glorious gothic takes on classic monster stories that made stars out of Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. Now you can read the full story of Hammer's rise and fall and rise again in the modern age. This milestone book, it paints a colourful picture of a bygone era of filmmaking as it traces the history of Hammer in fascinating detail, revealing the full story behind its hits and misses, with contributions from many of Hammer's key players including Peter Cushing, Christopher Lee, Oliver Reed, producers Anthony Hines and Kenneth Hyman, and latter-day studio head Michael Carreras. Now, this book is profusely illustrated in full colour throughout, with never before published stills, posters, lobby cards, flyers, candid photographs and unused artwork. This lavish book is the definitive history of Hammer, an essential reading for every horror fan. Oh, yeah, believe me, it is, guys. Yeah, it's a fantastic book, this. Yeah, I'll just show you a bit of the inside just to give you an idea. Isn't that an awesome illustration of Christopher Lee as Count Dracula? Just look at that. Oh, such a consummate artist, guys, working on these books and that. Yeah. This is basically the old history of Hammer Studios and that, yeah, interspersed with many colourful illustrations. Just look at that. Hound of the Baskervilles, one of Hammer's greatest movies. There you are, guys, the birth of Hammer, all the leading players. Absolutely gorgeous books these are. They are Curse of Frankenstein, the horror movie that's sealed Hammer's place in a horror movie history. Yeah, absolute classic movie. Yeah, Curse of Frankenstein from 1957. There's Oakley Course, famous location where Hammer filmed many of their brilliant horror movies. Well, their early releases, guys. If you're a Hammer fan, I can highly recommend you get yourself a copy of this book. Yeah, fantastic, yeah. They really done a great job with, putting these books together. They really did. X the Unknown. They are the great Peter Cushing as Baron Victor von Frankenstein. Christopher Lee is the monster. Yeah, really made up with these books, guys. They're fantastic. Such a lot of detailed information. There's the Brides of Dracula. David Peel starred as the Count, one of Dracula's minions. Yeah, Christopher Lee, Fu Manchu, Terror of the Tongs. Fantastic werewolf movie, Oliver Reed and the Curse of the Werewolf. All the greats are in here, guys. Yeah, there he is in his makeup, his lycanthrope makeup. Yeah, absolutely delighted with these books, guys. They're fantastic, they really are. Even some of Hammer's non-horror movies are covered here. The pirate movies, what they did. I'd say if you're a Hammer fan, you know, I highly recommend you get yourself all of these books. They're just beautiful in that, you know, all the lavish photographs and that, you know, and all the information, as I say, in that. Christopher Lee, Dracula, Prince of Darkness. Always remember that resurrection scene, guys, yeah, of Charles Tingwell, where Clove, you know, it strings him up and cuts his throat, and you know, the blood revives Dracula. One of the most horrific scenes in Hammer horror history, guys. Plague of the Zombies. Lovely Raquel Welch there, 1 million years BC. The great Peter Cushing as Baron Frankenstein. Christopher Lee with the lovely Veronica Carlson. Dracula has risen from the grave. One of my all-time favourite Hammer Dracula movies. Watched that so many times I never get tired of it. There's Christopher Lee, the great Christopher Lee as Count Dracula. Oh, nobody can beat Christopher Lee, guys, for taking Dracula, you know, for taking Dracula off, yeah. He was the best Dracula. Nobody's even come close, in my opinion. Oh, one of the best Frankenstein movies Hammer ever did. Frankenstein Must Be Destroyed. Peter Cushing is at his most, he's at his most evil in this, yeah. He's absolutely ruthless in that, you know, yeah. Oh, yeah, and of course, great supporting cast with Veronica Carlson, Simon Ward, yeah. Oh, yeah, Ingrid Pitt. The Carmilla series of vampire movies, what Hammer did in the early 70s. Late great Ingrid Pitt. Ralph Bates there. With Kate O'Mara and Veronica Carlson. The Horror of Frankenstein. That was the one that was made in 1970 that didn't feature Peter Cushing. Oh, Scars of Dracula. Fantastic movie. I know that movie gets a lot of stick for its rubber bats and that, yeah, but I love it, guys. I really do, yeah. Lovely Jenny Hanley. Yeah, great lady. Went on to do host Magpie, yeah, and she used to host Saturday Night at the Mill, yeah. Been in many movies and TV series, yeah. Absolutely love Jenny Hanley. There you go, guys. All that great Hammer classic, Blood from the Mummy's Tomb, starring Valerie Leon. They're all in here, guys. All the Hammer classics, yeah. I highly recommend it. If you love Hammer movies, you need to get a copy of this book. You really do. Add it to your Hammer collection. Vampire Circus, guys. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could sit here all afternoon spouting superlatives about these books. They're fantastic. They really are. It even covers the later Hammer movies like Wakewood and, you know, and The Woman in Black. So there you go, guys. That's the first book I'd like to show you. from the Dark Side Publications. That is Hammer, The Haunted House of Horror. Fantastic book. Now, moving on to the next book I received this morning, and again from Dark Side Publications, edited by Alan Bryce. That is Television Horrors. Just look at that cover, guys. They're all here, all the classics, you know, The Twilight Zone, Journey to the Unknown, you know, The Outer Limits. They're all covered here, many of which some series I've never even seen, and you know, in regard to the episodes, never seen in their entirety. Yeah. So I'll just read you the blurb at the back. I won't read it all, just to give you an idea of the content. Yeah. So the fact remains that the small screen television should, as many of us experienced at an impressionable age, whether sitting on the sofa or hiding behind it, have shaped the lives of generations of future horror fans, as well as including many of today's top genre filmmakers. Yeah, so as well as people like Steven Spielberg, John Carpenter, Sam Raimi, Guillermo del Toro, John Landis and Joe Dante. So as you will see here, many of these made their first mark in the TV arena. So yeah, so starting in the early days with chapters on the likes of One Step Beyond, fantastic series, The Twilight Zone and The Outer Limits, Television Terrors also covers Quatermass and many other chilling creations of its creator, Nigel Kneale, fantastic writer Nigel Kneale. All the stunningly illustrated chapters remind the viewer how much fun it was to curl up late at night with ITV's Mystery and Imagination, the BBC's Ghost Stories for Christmas, and BBC Two's classic horror double bills. Remember them well, guys. We also open up the secret files of Darren McGavin's Carl Kolchak, take a wander through Rod Serling's Night Gallery. That's a great series as well, Night Gallery, hosted by Rod Serling of The Twilight Zone, and learn the full story behind the BBC's chilling Ghost Watch from its author Stephen Volk. Yeah, so it covers such famed mini-series such as Salem's Lot and the original 1990 TV version of Stephen King's It. You'll also learn all about Hammer on television, the making of the Munsters and the Addams Family, and hear what Robert Englund has to say about his Freddy's Nightmares TV series. And to bring things right up to date, we will take a look at how TV terror has changed in recent times with gory hit shows like American Horror Story and The Walking Dead. Editor Alan Bryce has enlisted some of today's most highly respected genre authors to tell the full story of Shocks on the Box. Each one brings their unique style and knowledge to their special subject. So beautifully illustrated throughout with never before published stills, posters and candid behind the scenes photos, this lavish book is an essential purchase for any fan of the dark side of the small screen. So there you go, guys, that's Television Terrors, yeah, another great Dark Side magazine publication. I'll just give you a sneak preview inside, guys. Fantastic illustration of Salem's Lot, the 1979 TV series which starred David Soul and James Mason. Absolutely loved that series. Yeah, they're all here, guys, all the old classics. Quatermass, the original Rocket Man. You really done their stuff here, guys, with, you know, putting together these fantastic volumes and that, you know, yeah. John Mills there from the Quatermass series. There's been many great television, television horror shows over the years and that, yeah. Some have been brilliant, some have been not so brilliant. There's One Step Beyond. Another great series, yeah. These are some of the best books I've ever had on movies. They really are. There's the great Rod Serling, The Twilight Zone, guys. I've got the Blu-ray box set of that. Oh yeah, it's fantastic. It really is, yeah. I think she copped off with the wrong guy there, didn't she? Oh, there's the still from the classic William Shatner episode where he's on the airplane. He sees the demon or he thinks he sees the demon on the wing of the airplane. There's the air stewardess there. He complains to. That's one of the most loved episodes of the Twilight Zone. That, yeah, it really is. William Shatner. Yeah, fantastic, really is. Yeah, Nightmare at 20,000 Feet, which I think was based on a story by Richard Matheson. Oh, beautifully illustrated book, this, guys. Lavish books. These even, what's the name there? Covers up the Twilight Zone books. The Outer Limits, guys. Okay series, but didn't think it was as good as the Twilight Zone, because the Outer Limits concentrated more on the sci-fi aspect, yeah. And I'm not really a great lover of I mean, I like some sci-fi, but not all sci-fi, if you know what I mean. It's got to have a good story to it, yeah. Yeah, guys, more stills from the Outer Limits. Oh, the great ghost stories for Christmas that used to be shown on BBC around Christmas time. My favourite one of those is "Oh Whistle and I'll Come to You, My Lad," by based on a story by the great ghost story writer M.R. James, where he finds the whistle on the beach and that, yeah, with terrifying consequences. There's M.R. James, the great story, the master of the English ghost story, guys. There's a scene from the segment "Oh Whistle and I'll Come to You, My Lad." One of the greatest ghost stories ever written, in my opinion. Mystery and Imagination, guys. I remember that, watching that as a kid growing up in the late 1960s. Yeah, Ian Holm there, the late great Ian Holm, also starred in Napoleon in Love and Alien and countless other movies and TV episodes. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, really made up with these books, guys. Yeah, really am. Denholm Elias, Count Dracula. The Monsters of Doctor Who. Peter Cushing played Doctor Who twice, I believe, in 2 feature-length Doctor Who movies. These are mostly, obviously, with this being a TV horror, it's more based on the horror on the TV aspect. Jon Pertwee, my favourite Doctor Who, guys. He was also brilliant in the Hammer horror anthology movie, The House That Dripped Blood, where he played the the irate, arrogant horror star. Yeah, great actor, Jon Pertwee. Still sadly missed today. Yeah, it's even got a chapter on tea time horrors, kids' ghost stories and that. Yeah. Oh, you've got to get these books, guys. If you're a horror fan, you need to get these, add these to your collection. It's even got a chapter on the movie of the week. America. Some great little TV movies, guys, yeah. The ABC of Horror. The House That Would Not Die, starring the late great Barbara Stanwyck. Satan's School for Girls. Oh, one of my favourite ones with Karen Black, Trilogy of Terror, with the little Zuni doll, the Zuni warrior. He did a follow-up to that movie as well, yeah. I've got both of them on Blu-ray, yeah, absolutely love them. Great twist at the end, guys. Oh, there's the famous scene from Salem's Lot, where the little boy, the vampire boy, appears at the window. One of the most terrifying scenes in TV horror history, that, guys, yeah. More TV movies, guys. I haven't seen that one there. Someone's watching me. That looks a good one. The great Robert Powell there. Frankenstein, a True Story. One of the greatest TV adaptations of Mary Shelley's classic ever, in my opinion. Michael Sarrazin was really on the money playing the creature, as was Leonard Whiting playing Baron Victor Frankenstein, yeah. I remember first watching that in the Christmas of 1975, and God, was I blown away. I didn't think there'd be a better Frankenstein movie than the Boris Karloff and the Peter Cushing ones until I saw this. Guys, I'd rate that right up there. There's Max von Sydow there. Played Father Merrin in The Exorcist. He also played Jesus in The Greatest Story Ever Told, fine actor. He's also in Needful Things as well, where he played the creepy shop proprietor. The Night Stalker, great series, guys. Kolchak. Yeah, all in here, guys. There's another great one there, Dead of Night. TV horror anthology movie. All in here, guys, about, you know, the history of television horror. It's even got like episodes as well. It's got episode guides of the Hammer House of Horror. They are a Hammer on TV. Love them including that. They are. There's the episode guides of Journey to the Unknown. Now that is a series what I wish some Blu-ray or DVD producer would bring out on DVD or Blu-ray. It thoroughly deserves you know, a DVD or Blu-ray release and a lovely box set. Yeah, I used to love the creepy intro, the creepy fairground and that, and the weird whistling music. Fantastic series, Journey to the Unknown. Yeah. And there's an episode, guys. Dennis Waterman and lovely Carol Lindley. I think that was one where he fell in love with the the mannequin doll. Yeah, some great episodes in this, guys. There's also one I remember where, well, vaguely remember, where I think it's a girl. She stays at this creepy boarding house. Oh yeah, some great stories in that, guys. Journey to the Unknown. So if any producers are watching, you know, you need to get Journey to the Unknown House on Blu-ray or DVD. Yeah, they are Hammer House of Horror, guys. And there's all the episode guides. Yeah. Each episode. That's a great one with Diana Dors in Children of the Full Moon, yeah. And of course the Peter Cushing one where he keeps the rogue down in the like a cellar thing. It's electrified and that. He's got this pet shop, Peter Cushing, and he's an ex-Nazi. He's an ex-Nazi doctor, you know. Yeah, I love the part where he says, "No, I was not a captive. I was a captor." Oh yeah, yeah, real creepy one that, guys. Yeah. And The House That Bled to Death with Nicholas Ball. Another great episode. I've got all these on Blu-ray. Absolutely love them, yeah. You know, absolute classics. Radio Times, guys, there. Night of the Demon. Absolute classics they are, yeah. Shrieks on a Summer's Night. That was when they used to show the horror double bills and that, you know, every Saturday night, yeah. I used to love them. They'd show like a black and white one, then they'd show a colour one. Usually Universal or Hammer, you know. Fantastic book. They are. Anthology of Horrors. Great Alfred Hitchcock. Oh yeah, the equally great Boris Karloff thriller. I've got that series on DVD. Yeah, some great stories in that, guys. Yeah. Orson Welles' Great Mysteries. That's another good one. Admittedly, there's one or two stories that are a bit you know. The one or two stories that are not as good as the others, but generally, you know, you usually find it in these anthologies. Like you might get a couple of bad ones, like the Roald Dahl Tales of the Unexpected, you know, but most of them are good. I'm glad to say, yeah. There's more, guys, more TV horror shows. Shivers is a good one as well. That's a good one, yeah. Tales from the Dark Side. Tales from the Crypt. And the Ray Bradbury Mystery Theatre. I haven't got the Ray Bradbury Mystery Theatre. There's the comedic aspect, guys. The Munsters. The Addams Family. Oh yeah, fantastic. And there's the one. There's even an article about the program what Michael Parkinson did in the early 90s, Ghost Watch, where everybody thought there was an actual ghost in that. You know, it took over the studio, and that Sarah Green was in it, out of Blue Peter, and the other guy. The blonde guy who died, he's in it as well, yeah. Yeah, everybody thought that was real, like, you know, because they broadcast it purportedly from an actual haunted house and that, you know, yeah. And it put the shivers up a lot of people in that, yeah, really did, yeah. Parkinson's Poltergeist. Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, it was realistic the way they done it, like, as people actually thought. People actually thought, like, you know, yeah, there's the team, guys, yeah. Mike Smith, Michael Parkinson and Sarah Green, yeah. Ghostwatch, yeah. Surprising how some people, you know, they're quick to lend the credibility. No, they're quick to lend the credulity to some of these programs, yeah. Even Freddy's Nightmares, guys, is in here. I must admit, I wasn't too keen on that series, Freddy's Nightmares. I watched it in the late 80s, early 90s, and I wasn't too keen on it, yeah. Yeah. And it's rounded off by these chapters here. Later Horrors, Bates Motel, The Dead Zone. Yeah. Okay, guys. Well, that's it then. So I highly recommend these books, guys. Yeah, if you love it, if you love your Hammer movies and your TV horror, I highly recommend you order these books. You can order them from the Dark Side website and that, you know, just to put your order in and that, yeah. And oh, they're fantastic, yeah, they really are, yeah. I've just got one more to get, and that is British horror movies, yeah, you know, like the general, like the ones with Sheila Keith in, and the Tygon movies, like the Witchfinder General. I'll order that next month. But at the moment, guys, I'm quite content with these, yeah. So just to recap, you've got Amicus, The Friendly Face of Fear, television terrors, Italian horrors, and finally Hammer, The Haunted House of Horror. So there you go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video and that, you know, yeah. As I say, I'm really made up with these books, like, you know, if you're a horror fan, you need to get yourself these, like, they're fantastic, they really are. I absolutely love them, you know. And, you know, full marks to Alan Bryce and co. and his team, you know, for doing these, these gorgeous, lavish publications and that, you know, yeah. Or providing many hours of a good reading for the horror fan, yeah. Great reference books as well, guys, if you want to know a particular aspect. Say you want to look up a certain TV series like Journey to the Unknown or Rod Serling's Twilight Zone. Consult these books, guys. It's all in here. Yeah, I love the way that they're interspersed as well with all those lavish photographs, many of which I've never seen before. Yeah, they're fantastic. They really are. Yeah. So there you go. That's it. That's my video on the Dark Side publications. You know, yeah, as I say, yeah, ideal for any horror fan and that. Yeah, and I love that illustration of Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee. Yeah, absolute icons of horror. Yeah. You know, I'll have to say, guys, you know, the horror world now, you know, it's the passing of these two giants of horror left big gaps in, you know, today's horror movies and that, yeah. I'm sure if these two guys were still alive, they'd be in constant demand and that, you know, yeah. And boy, do we need them, guys, because a lot of these horror movies now, like, you know, that, as I say, they haven't got that certain charm and magic that, you know, the older horror movies are, you know, the likes of Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, yeah. You know, I mean, like, they were great character actors and that, you know, yeah, of course, you got Vincent Price, I could roll them all off, Bela Lugosi, Boris Karloff, yeah, they were the best horror movies, guys, in my opinion, good stories, and you could see what was going on, no bloody dark scenes like there is now. I mean, I've only just done a video now about a one I watched, the dark scenes were just ridiculous, you couldn't see what the hell was going on, you know, they need to start putting more colour into the horror movies, but I don't want to go on too much about that, because I've already ranted on a bit about that in the Hobbs House video and others and that, yeah, but getting back to these books, guys, yeah, if you're a horror fan, I'd highly recommend these books, they're absolutely fantastic books, yeah, and you never know, all going well, there might be, the Dark Side team might decide to publish more books, you know, like this in the future and that, yeah. Okay, guys, well, that's it. If you've got any of these Dark Side publications, yeah, leave a comments down below. I'd be interested to what, to hear what you thought of them, yeah. Okay, guys, well, that's it then. If you like the video, please feel free to share, subscribe, comments, and all going well. I'll talk to you all in the next video. Stay safe.